Introducing, fighting out of the red corner, he comes to the ring wearing red with black and weighed in officially at 125.1 pounds. Coming to us from Barcelona, Catalunya, Spain. He brings an undefeated record with 20 wins, 2 draws, 8 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the number 10 ranked contender in the world by the WBC, and tonight, the reigning and defending EBU European Featherweight Champion, CRISTOBAL Lorente! And his opponent across the ring in this main event, fighting out of the blue corner, he comes to the ring wearing blue with white and weighed in the same as his opponent, 125.1 pounds. Hailing from right here, Glasgow, Scotland, he is undefeated with 17 wins. 8 of his 17 wins come by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the number 1 ranked contender in the world by the WBC, the undefeated former British and Commonwealth champion, and tonight, the reigning and defending WBC silver featherweight champion, Nathaniel the Nightmare Collins!
Rente, Collins, you know the rule. I want a clean fight. Remember what I told you in the dressing room. Good luck. Buona suerte.
Is Nathaniel Collins the next king of Scottish boxing? The likes of Buchanan, Watt, Jacobs, Harrison, Arthur, Burns, Lemond, and of course, most recently, Josh Taylor, the amazing Bravehearts of years gone by. How good is he? Next chapter in Scottish boxing folklore as he aims to become the European champion, but in his way, Spain's orthodox, tricky, good technician, Cristobal Lorente, 3rd defense of the title, a final eliminator for the WBC 9-stone belt, and that is what fired Collins up when he heard that was on the line, as well as the European title. But it's a prestigious belt, Darren. He got introduced first. I wonder if that will irritate him, Cristobal Lorente.
Yeah, potentially. As you say, though, Nathaniel Collins, he's fired up for this. He means business. He's got the bit between his teeth. He really wants to add that European title to his already fantastic collection. But Lorente can fight. He's awkward. He's a fighter that grows into contests. As the rounds progress, he starts to get behind his jab and he starts to creep forward. So it's important for Collins, who started very quickly, maintains this.
He got a very fast start from Collins when he dismantled Lee McGregor. Really good performance that night. Can he step up the levels, and will he become the world champion that many in these parts believe he can do? His southpaw skills. You like him, don't you, Barry?
Yeah, he's very, very good. You know, it's a good combination there. You know, he's an aggressive counter-puncher. He wants you to force you to throw and then counter off that very fast. But he closes his space very, very quickly. He intimidates you with that front foot. You see it here now. He's edging forward. In this fight, Lorente's got his jab's not fast, but it's awkward. It's hard to read his rhythm. So you almost got to ignore his rhythm and stay low. If you stay low with Lorente, it gives you so many options when you're coming forward. I think for Collins, that's going to be the key to getting his combinations and his rhythm working for him.
The Spanish camp were telling me this week that he has left no stone unturned. Cristobal Lorente to defend this title. He's brought plenty of Spanish support as well, and looking to get that jab going. He's strong and tough, and he's won away from home before, but he has been on the floor.
Yeah, he has against the Italian Forte, who he beat to win the title, and it was a lovely left hand, and we've seen how destructive Collins can be with that left hand, so he's got to keep that right hand of his held high, tuck that chin down, work behind the jab.
Awkwardly effective, Lorente. Johan Senior in that blue corner and the blue and white skirt-like outfit with Izzy, his daughter, on the front and Nightmare on the back. He puts the mask on Nathaniel Collins, but he's a cheeky chappy, lovely guy out of the ring.
Yeah, he really is. Boy, can he fight? He really can. As Barry said, an aggressive counter-puncher. He's not afraid to plant his feet and really turn the hips into the shots. Lorente's already showing that he's crafty on the back foot. He moves, he does pull out of range, and the chin does come high at times, and that was why he did get caught and dropped with that left hook from Forte. So he's just got to tidy up, keep his shape out of him.
Crafty's the word. That's what he's trying to do. Cristobal Lorente, disrupt the rhythm of the southpaw Collins. He's got the height and reach. If he stands and uses it, Lorente, 5'9.5". Can he get that jab going? Good movement from Collins.
Lorente fires back under pressure, and I think that's something that Collins is probably not used to as much. Good work from Collins, good left hand. So Collins got to be aware of that when he throws. When you box a tall guy than you with a longer reach, his firing line's different to yours. So you've got to stay underneath that radar. Certainly after you've thrown your shot, your exit route's got to be tight. When he's going to fire back. So what you don't want to do is pop your head up in the parapet and get caught with a long straight left or right. So you stay low, you pivot round to the side, you evade all his counter-attack, and also that allows you a second phase of attack from a safe place. It's quite simple. And Collins, with his balance and his footwork, can do that so easily.
Both of them missing, Lorente particularly out of range. Good left hand, the backhand from Collins is dangerous.
He varies the attack, doesn't he, when he comes forward, Collins. He won't always lead with his right hand. Sometimes starting with the left, bringing his feet in well there. There's an occasion here where Lorente takes half a step back. He's got to fire back with his right hand. He's given an opportunity there to throw a counter, but he's not letting it go yet, Adam.
More from Collins. Left hook to the body about 15 seconds ago was a good one. That led to McGregor's undoing, really. And he'll be targeting that tall body of the European featherweight champion here. Lorente just a bit circumspect.
It's because it's a menacing start here, isn't it, from Collins? That's why. Everything he does out of him is threatening.
There's that body shot again, Barry. 10 seconds left in the second. He's looking strong and powerful, the southpaw from Scotland.
But even when he's not throwing, he's threatening. All the time, that front foot is putting him under pressure.
Meterme la derecha, luego trabaja bien con la izquierda, la derecha, a no tocar, o que toque justo y vuelve con el coche de izquierda.
Rafa Martin and Sandor Martin, what a fighter he is.
Yeah, he can move, he can fight. so can Nathaniel Collins, proving in that round there, landing a lovely left hook. He's doing well, Lorente, who, like I said, just doing he's taking a step back, Lorente, and he's just waiting too long. He needs to throw his right hand. It's been a good start from Collins.
Caught in a bit of a daze, I suspect, Cristobal Lorente, menacing, stalking Carl Frampton, Nathaniel Collins.
Yeah, he's looking good so far. Good start to the fight. He's landing with a jab. He's going to the body as well. Sometimes what I've noticed here is Collins, after he throws the jab, sometimes Lorente leans down kind of to his right, and I would like to see Collins. You know what I'm trying to say, Barry?
Like a looping shot.
Yeah, a looping shot, but kind of in between the body and the head, and I think he might duck into it.
Can he control the centre of the ring, the EBU champion? Is he good enough, technically? 20 victories in his 22 fights, a couple of draws. Just got to be careful about walking into that left hand of Collins.
And do you know what wants to throw the fight? I don't know if you remember the fight with Sergio Martinez when he knocked out Paul Williams. He takes a couple of steps to his right-hand side and then throws the left over the top. And we've seen already how well he throws that front foot, Collins.
And that's the shot that Cal's throwing, I think. Exactly what you just said. Yeah, I think that's the punch. For me, Lorente, he's always got to throw that jab, not even to land, just to encourage Collins to come onto it and then really commit with his right hand. Because Collins might jump in, sometimes he jumps into his attack. And with that right hand can get on target.
It nearly landed there, that shot that we were talking about.
Very close there to landing. And he's just trying to take away all those reach and height advantages of Lorente.
Lorente should invite him on by throwing that left hand.
Good southpaw jab down to the body. Lorente trying to come back with a right hand of his own. These body shots, I think, that Collins is trying to bank.
Just got to keep his shape here, Collins. So he's lifting his chin up every now and again. And again, like I said, you've got to stay below that fire line. Just stay nice and low always. He has the wide stance and the footwork to work in that range and be far more effective.
You heard Josh Taylor saying it was going to be a little tricky early for Collins, but he's really disrupted Lorente, who is ducking and diving and can't quite get set on those feet. Those red boots are a bit all over the shop.
Yeah, it's the accuracy and the commitment to the shot from Collins. It's also a reason why I do feel he can climb up the rankings. Oh, there's a nice right hand, though, from Lorente, straight down the middle of that guard.
Yeah, good shot. Just a reminder to Collins, he's got to keep the upper body moving as well. Left hand from Lorente. Back comes Collins. Good end to that one. Make sure you catch Inside the Ring every Monday on DAZN. Max Kellerman and Mike Coppinger bringing you closer to the action. Breaking news, analysis and interviews with boxing's biggest names. Max and Mike, a brilliant duo. And they're a good duo as well. Johan Senior and Nathaniel Collins.
He'll make mistakes later on. He'll make mistakes now. I think that's the point of where he works. He's grasping it now. Alright, nice on. Get boxing. The openings will come. Start targeting the shots good firmly, okay? Start targeting his body, start targeting his body, okay? Listen, don't get too greedy with the shots, so.
Into the fourth round. EBU European title belongs at the moment to the man in the red and black trunks, the 29-year-old from Barcelona, Cristobal Lorente Campoy. Third defense of the title, 23rd outing in a career that started back in 2016. He's a good, solid fighter, but he's not winning these rounds.
No, but this is what he tries to do, Lorente. He grows into the fight, so he lets the first few rounds pass by, then he tries to get on the front foot. I think that will do Collins the favour, though, that he's looking for.
I mean, Collins is not the sort of fight you want him to get into his rhythm, that's for sure. And I think he's had a really good start here, Collins. Again, they've just got to keep disciplined, as we say it all the time, it's so important. Again, especially an erratic mover like Lorente, who's hard to read and willing to fire back when he is hurt or under pressure.
That's an irky-jerky style the Spaniard's got, but Collins sticking to the game, looking for these uppercuts. Just more variety from the fists of Nathaniel Collins.
A good intent, though, from Lorente. Trying to force the pace, trying to get on the front foot. Having some success, but as I say that, he does hook onto a couple of lovely, clean shots from Collins.
He whips that right hook over the top, really good, doesn't he, Collins? He steps inside with his foot, inside the centre of the stance of Lorente, and then whips that hook over the top. So he sort of sells it with his body, he's going the other way.
Barry, Lorente definitely more aggressive in this round.
Yeah, but I don't think he's doing him any favours, though, actually. I think he's walking onto more punches. Oh, good shot there, though, from Lorente. Knocking the head back of Collins, and that's just the Collins not bending his legs, that's all that is. See, when you do fight a tall fight, you tend to want to go the same, you tend to get taller yourself, and there's no reason for it.
Tell you what he's got, Lorente, plenty of experience of these longer championship fights. And he might be testing Collins if this goes down the stretch. Just out of range there, Collins, a couple of times, could get frustrated.
Yeah, I think he could start that jab low, then come back up with the left hand. Just changing the level slightly with that lead hand, then he can come back upstairs. He's just reading that left a little, isn't he, Lorente, sorry.
What he has, though, Collins, to go with his lovely skills, he's got that tenacity, hasn't he? That's a little bit extra, that gives him something, makes him a little bit nasty at times.
Yeah, that's what made Lorente.
Beautiful shot of the Brayhead Arena. Main event, live on the zone. 12 rounds in the featherweight division. It's the final eliminator for Stephen Fulton's WBC belt. Quite confusing.
Is it Stephen Fulton? You don't know whose it is.
There's about 3 or 4 claiming WBC, but
and they're all good fighters, by the way.
They are, but Nathaniel Collins is #1 ranked. WBA champion Nick Ball, IBF, Angelo Leo, WBO Rafael Espinoza. Plenty of options in 2026. He's got to get through this first. You can see there in the jam statistic. Collins well ahead.
Yeah, it's been that lead hand. It's been impressive, but the body language better though this from Lorente, looking to try and get a foothold in the contest, hold the centre of the ring. He does walk onto the shots of Collins. Good variation with the left hand there, going to the body, then back upstairs to the head. Good footwork from Collins.
But Lorente staying with him. This seasoning is not overawed at all. Good combinations, and the Scottish crowd slightly quieter. Lorente definitely starting to warm into this.
That was better. He let the shots go and moved, didn't he? You were saying, Barry, that it's no good admiring your work and getting caught with something. That's what he's done there. He landed the shots, moved his feet, his head. Got out of trouble, but again, Lorente starting to put his foot on the gas, Adam.
Yeah, I've seen a real improvement in the work of CRISTOBAL Lorente. I'm just wondering whether it's that experience he's got at European level, the championship rounds, the fact he's travelled as well. Collins in close, a bit of nose damage for Lorente, but he's taking more chances now.
It looks like a cut, doesn't it, just maybe inside of the eye there for Lorente or something. On the left-hand side, I still think Collins is boxing well here. Lorente is letting his hands go a little bit more.
Good work from Collins there. There's a bit of damage, left eye and the nose of the Spaniard.
Tell you what, I'll give Lorente his props here. Look, he's not enjoying the fight like he was in the first round, Collins. I still believe he's doing well. He's boxing nice on the front foot. This is good pressure from the Spaniard.
Yeah, body shots, good delivery to the head as well. Fast hands of CRISTOBAL Lorente. Doing better, the man from Barcelona. Josh Taylor will be joining us for the On the Bell later. Always good to see him. Alongside him is Christian Kirky. There he is, one of the big... CRISTOBAL Lorente is better than he looks. He's really strong and tough, and he'll give him a real fright tonight, Nathaniel Collins.
He said exactly the same as well, that he's a brave game champion and he wants to keep hold of the belt.
Lorente's a real old-fashioned sort of 80s, 90s European level fighter who won't go beyond it, but will stay this level and is a test for anyone.
Do you remember Afif Chelty?
I don't know. I remember him. Yeah, I'm the only one who beat him.
Barry did all right. Many other Brits didn't.
No, even punch. I mean, really. He hit me with the left hook to the body in the 11th round. And if I didn't have an aptitude for running away, I would have lost the fight.
Vicky says the same thing about you, that you can punch.
enough, Darren. Kiko Martinez as well.
You want to find out or what?
Who came over. Kiko Martinez, who, of course, Carl Frampton knows very well. Carl, how you seeing things?
I actually just about give that last round to Lorente. I think he may have just nicked it at the end there with a barrage, but he's certainly getting closer and he's trying. That's a good shot there.
Collins here in the 6th round where Lorente has been down before, and Collins just with a mini breakthrough here. Body shots, and Lorente looking disorganised for the first real time in the fight, and I think Collins has had a bit of a ticking off in that blue corner, and he's delivering powerful punches now.
Yeah, and the angle he's throwing, he's coming up with them as well, across the body and then chopping back down with the other hand here. Collins,
he's doing the wrong thing here, Lorente. He's trading with Collins. He's going to get caught with another left hand, and he does.
And again, Lorente trying to fight fire. How about this in the 6th round? What a round in Scotland. It's Collins, but it's Lorente trying to come back, and it's not his game, but he doesn't want to lose European belt.
And he's getting caught front. He takes a great shot, Lorente, but he's getting caught front. Certainly those left hooks.
He's trying to outgun the Scotsman at his own game, but he's tired. Pushed back on the rope, and Collins could just need a couple of big punches to have Lorente rocking and reeling again. Very tired, but he's fighting back Lorente in an absolutely cracking first couple of minutes of the 6th round.
No, I mean Collins was tired.
Yeah,
and he tried so hard to go for it.
He's got to be careful he doesn't blow himself out here.
I think both of them have got to be careful, giving so much into this session, and the second half is yet to come. Lorente breathing heavily, gun shields out, Collins going for it. Wow!
Just responds every time, doesn't he, Lorente? Comes back with a flurry of shots, showing so much heart, will to win it, and as you say, desperate. As Christian said, he wants to keep this time. He knows there's more few fights out there, but good work again from Collins.
Just whenever Lorente looks like he's going to go, back he comes. This is a mighty effort from the Spaniard.
Oh, what a round this is. Fantastic.
One of the best rounds we've seen in a while. Terrific action.
Listen, that was all gung-ho, right? You heard him, it's a tough punch. You won't get him out there, right? Take your fucking time. Don't all right. Enjoy that.
Do you know what?
It's got to take his time, because there's 6 rounds to go, Barry.
It started at the beginning. When he hurt him, it was a great shot. When he hurt him and rocked him back. And understandably, he rushed everything. He got too excited, and he really went for it. And I think with that, he emptied his tank a little bit. And I just think then he looked the more tired of the two going back, even though Lorente had taken more damage. What a round, though. I mean, Lorente, I wrote down in my notes when I was watching Lorente, fires back under pressure. I undersold that dramatically.
Well, let's have more of the same. Into the 7th round, the second half. European title on the line. The red and black of the champion from Barcelona, and the blue and white of the southpaw Nathaniel Collins from Bearsden, just on the outskirts of Glasgow. He's got a big fan base now, and he's hoping to fill the shoes that some of the other Scottish kings have left now. Josh Taylor forced to retire. We've had some good performances tonight from Willie Hutchinson and Aston Brown too. Can Nathaniel Collins make it a really successful night for Scotland? Cristobal Lorente is a tough man.
Throws a lovely left to the body, Collins. I like him to throw 2 or 3, take a step back, throw another, and you just see the right hand slightly drop where he's trying to protect that right side, Lorente. Then he can fire back with one upstairs.
Well, he's definitely in the lead, Collins. 3 judges at ringside.
Even in rounds like this, where it's a little bit nip and tuck, but him just exploding in the combinations, they will stand out. They will make you the rounds. Tell you what, you've had to slow his pace down here, hasn't he, Collins?
Well, he listened, didn't he, to Joe in the corner.
Long way to go, isn't there, still?
There is, and that is that experience of Cristobal Lorente. Been around nearly a decade and has had the European experience, the seasoning.
Too good. Right hands there from both. You come back with a left as well, Collins, but I'd just like to see him sharpen up a bit more with that jab. Sharp head, body, just a bit quicker. Pouring the shot as opposed to snapping that lead hand.
You know, that win over Forte, over Grandelli, the draw against Ruben Gill that many thought he won. Those are good rounds in the bank, aren't they, Barry?
Oh, he's got loads of experience, and also, like I said, he doesn't panic when he gets hurt. He doesn't worry, and he obviously having a good chin as well means you don't stress too much about when you do get caught with a good shot. You know, you can recover and regroup and fire back.
And you know what? His head never drops either. He's never disheartened. He drops, as you said, against Forte. He gets back up, he gets to work, he gets the job done. So there's been lots of very good rounds for Collins. He'll keep coming, he'll keep working and keep trying to find a way.
A quieter 7th. It couldn't be anything else after that torrid and turbulent 6th round, which stands out in this main event. Later tonight, the king of violence, Mike Perry, defending his title against Jeremy Stevens. Watch the bare knuckle action live from New Jersey right now at DAZN.com. Were you the king of violence, Barry Jones, back in your World Championship days? Some of the stories he's told me ain't far off that.
That's a little subtle dig there. I thought you were better than that, but clearly you're not. All right, so just stay within your little lane now, mate. I mean, Lorente, you know, again, shows the experience here that not panicking under pressure, be able to fire back. But Collins had to slow the pace down in that round. I think he had to regroup. I think he'd be a little bit sharper this round. He had a bit of a rest round, I felt, in that last one.
I think they both did after the 6th. On we go. Interesting part of the fight now. Nathaniel Collins did ever so well first 3 or 4 rounds. Cristobal Lorente's come back into it. Then that 6th round where Collins more firepower, but Lorente's will and spirit very, very impressive.
That's what he should. That's the one. Keep turning, get that foot on the outside. When you throw, keep moving the feet when you're throwing.
Carl's card. You've got Collins 5 up. You gave only 1 round to Lorente.
Yeah, but he's been competitive in the fight and he's trying hard here. But I just think that Collins, it was a couple of rounds ago I gave the round to Lorente, but Collins got back in his boxing. He obviously had that great round. It was seen it was maybe one of the rounds of the year so far. I don't remember seeing a better round, even though there was no knockdown. But Collins looks to be being more sensible now. He's listening to the corner, and like they're saying, just keep doing what you're doing. There'll come a time, maybe another couple of rounds where you can force a stoppage. But he's doing well so far.
Just holding his feet far too long there, Collins. You've just caught him a couple of jabs and the right hand after. He's got to be a bit sharper. But I think he needs to be greedy here because we've seen already Lorente wants to trade with Collins. So you just nullify that by throwing the singles and the doubles, but be busy with those.
Good work there from Lorente with these big arcing hooks. Collins coming back with one inside, but the work rate has gone up of Lorente. He looks full of beans still, Barry.
Yeah, when Collins throws that jab, his left toe has got to be on the heel of the left foot of Lorente. That allows him to throw that left hand right through the target, allows him to spin round the back of him and keep Lorente turning. He can't fire back if he's had to keep turning all the time. Just take away his confidence to throw back. Make him search for you, not just throw. At the minute, he's taking steps back out the range here, Collins, but Lorente throws long and throws often.
Yeah, now he seems to be getting his foot on the outside and he's having a bit more success with his right hand, Lorente. That was the sort of move from the southpaw stance that Collins was having success with, getting on the outside and throwing the left.
You know, they're all saying all these things and don't get too tall, keep low, but all these things take energy, and when you're down to tire, you make more mistakes.
Good work again from Lorente inside. Just nods it in there, Collins. Can't quite get his shots off as crisply as he did in the early rounds. I think there's a growing confidence here about Lorente, and Collins has got to go with him.
Collins is still boxing well, he's still having loads of success here. He's getting caught a little bit more.
Yeah, face marked up of Nathaniel Collins.
Okay, need a wee bit of distance. Get off his nose, you're going to a wee bit of ground. Hands by your side, breathe deep, sit up, chest, okay? Listen, your legs about you? Yeah, listen, sharper, you need a wee bit sharper. Look to your right hand side, keep them straight, look to the right hand side. You don't even need to trade with it, boy. All you need to do is you step back out, you'll fall short, You can help with the uppercut, but then back into the ring. You understand, okay? Listen, you're giving him success within the rounds when you should be. You understand, okay? Controlling everything behind the straight shots. As he leans in, bring it up, bring it over, round to the right hand side. Touch him, jab down, he can't fucking work it out. It's when you stay centre straight on, he's getting success.
Excuse the language in the corner, but Joe Ham with really good instructions there for Nathaniel Collins, who comes out for the 9th round. We're getting into the serious business, the time where it really matters, where you fighters feel it. There's a sort of second wind, isn't there? There's a time where you sit on the corner and think, right, 3 or 4 to go. This is what really matters.
Yeah, I'm going to show him how hard I've worked, how much I've got left. I remember Tony Simmons used to always say to me, come on, that's 4 rounds left. Easy. So you go out there and try and really put a dent in your opponent. And you feel it's Lorente has got to try and continue, because he's had patches where he's managed to drag Collins into his kind of fight. But I think it's just, he's settled down a little bit, Collins, in the last few, hasn't he? Look at the punch he's thrown from Lorente. 425 is impressive.
I think there's a spark about Lorente, and he's grown in confidence. Maybe he feels that Collins can't quite hurt him.
But he's still a boxer. I still think Collins is a boxing though. It's not as clear cut as it was in the early rounds, but it's still enough for me.
Yeah, good jabs from Collins. I just think it's more competitive, Barry, last 3 or 4.
Well, I think what they're saying in the corner, I know, taking that step back, I don't want to argue with the trainer, he knows more than me, but I don't think that's the right thing, because if you're taking a 2-step back, too far a step back, you can't fire back, and he has a longer reach. And if you step back just out the range, out of your range, you're still in his range. And he fires back in combination. I think you've got to take, as he was saying as well, turn to your right, go to your right first, and then take that little half a step to get the distance to throw the clear shot.
Yeah, because he doesn't really bring his feet in, Lorente, when he throws the shots, does he? He'd rather trade where he is when Collins is throwing the shots.
But his feet follow his hands, don't they, rather than the other way. The momentum brings him forward.
Just out of range there with that jab. Good footwork from Collins. Scrappy around, but some hooks getting off again from the pair of them. A penny for the thoughts of the judges as well. They have Collins in a very wide lead. Might have given Lorente a bit more.
His shot did not stop, has he? He's been busy, he's working. Don't get me wrong, he is missing with a lot. Those 425 shots that we see on the stats there. How many landed?
Well, he's trying desperately hard, isn't he, to retain this European belt. A long way from home. Nathaniel Collins, the big favourite coming into this. Blood from his nose, Collins. Walked into a shot there.
I think Collins is trying to tough out the fight. He doesn't need to tough out here.
Look at this from Lorente. Excellent work from the Spaniard. And Collins just looks slightly dazed for the first time in the fight.
You hear me what I say? Alright? You're standing there making things close, mate. Fucking slugging away there. What the fuck are you doing? Keep the distance and box sharp. You feel alright? Aye. Fucking show me that, okay? Why are you standing doing that? What are you doing? What are you fucking standing trading? Nice and sharp behind the jab, backhand, back onto the hook.
Lorente's round, no doubt about that. There's a spring in his step. Joe Ham is not happy in the corner that he's trading Collins. At the beginning, it looked like he would overpower Lorente. It hasn't happened, Barry.
I would be the same in the guy. I'd be fuming with him in the corner because, like I said in the round, he's toughing out the fight. He doesn't need to tough out. He doesn't need to be toughing it out. He can still outbox him. He doesn't do that at the end, maybe when you're absolutely exhausted. You have to hold your feet. He's not at that point yet. He can still use his guile. He doesn't need to show his toughness yet. And that's where the corner are angry. They say, you're still outboxing this kid. You're not at that stage yet. There's no jeopardy in the fight for you if you just keep outboxing it.
Or is he? Is he feeling the pace?
9 minutes to go. Let's bring Carl in. How are you seeing things now?
I've given Lorente 3 rounds, I think, and Collins the rest. But Lorente's certainly coming on strong here, and I like what the corner was saying, and the Collins and the advice that he was getting. He's allowing Lorente back into this by standing and having a fight. He doesn't need to. He's clearly the better boxer, but he was just hurt there. And I think there's a couple of times actually in this fight where his legs have been stiffened, so he just needs to be careful. I think maybe getting carried away with the atmosphere a bit. We talked about how the atmosphere in the crowd can help you sometimes, but I think it's making him fight more than he needs to.
That's a really good point. And I agree with you. I think Lorente's come right back into this.
But it's still Collins' fight to lose. I mean, Lorente can put more pressure on him now, but I think he's a one-pace fighter until he's reactive to you. He'll fight off your pace, but I mean, you can dance rings around him.
You're right. Collins' skills and his movement, his IQ is really good, but he's been drawn in, and look at the body language now of the Spaniard.
And I tell you what, to change the pattern of a fight is very, very difficult to do for anybody at any level, and at this level even harder. So for Collins now, before he gets really stuck into the mode of having a bit of a punch for punch out, like what's going on now, get back to using your footwork, get back to using your 3-punch combinations and moving out the distance.
There's that southpaw jab. But Rafael and Sandor are very, very happy in this red corner near us with their charge. As he tries to back Collins up. Nip and tuck at times.
Again, that's a lazy jab, and he's just got countered with a jab over the top there, Collins. He's got to be sharper. That left hand as well. Like we said a few rounds ago, get that foot on the outside and really throw that left.
Lorente's just waiting for him, isn't he? Now he knows that when he throws, he can take a shot or block a shot. He knows he's there to fire back.
Yeah, as soon as he feels it, doesn't he, on the gloves, he'll let his go.
Good jab again from Cristobal Lorente. He's proving tough to shift here, the Spaniard. A couple of blemishes on the record, the draws, but he is undefeated.
He's got a real knack of staying busy, but reserved as well. He sort of like keeps a bit of reserve in his gas tank. Doesn't blow a gasket, but still always busy.
Doing a degree in IT. He's an intelligent guy, and he's come on strong in the back half of this. Well, boxing coming thick and fast in this autumnal period on DAZN, but there might not be any better card than this in Riyadh. Ring 4, Night of Champions, David Benavidez and Anthony Yard headlining. Devin Haney, Brian Norman, Barry's favourite Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Historic event, DAZN, November the 22nd. You'll be there, won't you?
I might just go as a fan, you know, not being funny. I genuinely might just go. Me and Dan have been talking about whether we're working or not, or maybe going over. But
I think I might join you. It's such a good night, isn't it?
I mean, but what Bam does with his footwork is what Colin, he can't do the same thing, but similar. Keeps you out of distance, keeps you out of range, but also in range to fire back.
Big nod from Nathaniel Collins, who's been 12 rounds on 3 occasions against Jacob Robinson, against Zach Miller, against Francesco Grandelli, after which he was rushed to hospital for surgery on a twisted bowel. And I had one of those after my cancer, and I know how painful that is. And Nathaniel Collins not only got through that, he was told he'd never box again, but he's done ultra marathons, he's come back into the ring, and he's got himself into this position. 17-0, and you just never believe it looking at him now.
I'll tell you what, he's got another challenge in front of him here, and he's remained in 2 rounds. Still very, very wide on the fan zone.
Well, to be honest, it's gone from a fight where it was tough, but he was winning wide, so I think it's closer now. I mean, you know, you've got to say Lorente's won the last few rounds, so I think he's close that maybe, this might be 6-4, something like that.
Incredible story in life, though, that he's even got back into a ring, Collins.
Fantastic. I mean, look, boxing brings up so many fantastic narratives, and Collins certainly has one. But yeah, needs to move his feet, he's got to be sharp, got to be busy, because the Spaniard Lorente, he's a wrecking ball, he's coming forward, he's letting heavy shots go.
I know Collins is the home fighter, but the European champion is Cristobal Lorente, and the judges here are from France, Belgium and Italy. So we don't know how they're seeing things. I tell you what, Lorente's been very, very busy. Collins definitely won plenty of those early rounds. But this will be interesting if it goes the way on the cards.
I think Collins is winning this round, though. I don't think he's won the last couple. I think he's winning this round here with some really clever boxing here.
He is clever, isn't he?
Yeah, but maybe he's got that second wing that we've been talking about, a bit more energy, a bit more sprite to his work.
Maybe just the added class as well, Collins, but he's falling in, and Lorente wants to tee off with hooks. Nothing dynamic about the Spaniard, but he's just very, very tough.
Oh, he's just proper workman-like, isn't he? Gets about his business, no frills, but he's busy, he's fit, takes a good shot.
Oh, lovely,
Good
lovely
work from
work.
Collins, very accurate. Back comes Lorente, just seems to wake him up, Barry.
And you know what? He didn't overcomplicate the work there, did he? 2s and 3s and moved his feet. It was lovely work.
Yeah, better from Nathaniel Collins. If he can close the show well, he'll surely win the decision. Because he was well up at the halfway stage. Right hand from Collins, better punches, more accurate, good round late on.
Nice and sharp, mate. Right, listen, done the right things in parts there. Boxing them nice and sharp, tied them up when they started to get busy. But near the end there, you tried to go for that wee trade and winning the round quite easily, okay? He's coming forward, being fuck all. Pop the shots as he comes. Sharp, fast last round. He's going to be desperate here, trying to go to work. Stay switched on. Don't get into a fucking firefight, you understand? Put the round into the back.
Yeah, it was a really good round, Matt. He stuck to his boxing, he picked his moments, he didn't get greedy. Look, the effort from Lorente has been, you know, it's been obvious throughout. We have to commend him for it, and he can be so proud of his work up to now. But it was a good round, and yeah, I've gotten a few up, Collins. Closer than I think he would have liked and the team would have liked. And
Barry,
That round was the winning the
as
fight.
Lorente tries to get his own fans going, wants a hug, he's enjoyed this, I think. But Collins listened to the corner, didn't he? And came out and boxed well the last round.
Yeah, and I mean, when you can see the finishing line, those 3 rounds are still a long way to go. But it can give you a little bit of a daunting rush. And give you a bit more energy, make you focus, make you look a bit sharper. It can also work to the opponent as well, by the way. But I think winning that last round on my card means that you can't lose on points unless he gets knocked down a couple of times.
Let's bring Carl Frampton's card in. You've been keeping a close eye on this, and you've got it by 3, Collins.
Yeah, 106, 103 to Collins. Yeah, I think he's made it a little bit difficult for himself at times. When, like we said earlier on, he's been fighting when he doesn't have to. He's clearly the more skilled boxer here in the ring, but a lot of times he's been dragged into the fight. I do have a feeling that great round that we seen earlier on, when he kind of emptied the tank, he struggled to recover and come back to full fitness after that. And Lorente, because of his style, walking forward and not being as mobile, shall we say, as Collins, I think he's found a little bit easier after that. But maybe that's something that he's going to learn about going forward. I think it's a good lesson for him.
Yeah, I think you're right there, because Lorente can conserve energy while he's being busy, because he doesn't really experiment with too much pace in his work. He just methodically moves forward all the time.
And look, these are all experiences as well. That round we go back to where he hurt Lorente and tried to empty the tank to get the Spaniard out of there. Look, in hindsight, you take your time, you wouldn't rush your work, and you know, you want to conserve a bit of energy knowing that you're in there with a tough champion. So these are all lessons that are invaluable, Adam.
Yeah, brilliant education this. Nathaniel Collins ticked off the rounds earlier. Cristobal Lorente's come back. It's turned into a bit of a slugfest, a toe-to-toe battle, trench warfare in the final round. The 6th round was the best of the fight and one of the best we've seen in recent weeks. Look at this though, both of them out seeing the tank for the fans in Scotland.
This is pride will to win, this is. Leaving it all in the ring to try and walk away with that European title.
It's what we want to see. As fans of the sport, these two will give each other the biggest hug at the end of the fight, which is 22 seconds away. CRISTOBAL LORENTE trying somehow to hold on to his European title, but it's surely slipping away. Nathaniel Collins, 10 seconds to go. He must be rewarded. He must have a new title. What a great fight it's turned out to be. Two warriors right to the final bout, and look at that. Look at that. Hug of respect. Two great pros. Lorente believes he's got it. He believes he'll still be European champion. I tell you what, he gets it for absolute effort. But in terms of skill and quality, did Nathaniel Collins just do more?
What a fight. The crowd loved those final few seconds there. And as that was coming to a close, you could see the relief from both camps, both fighters, if you like, that was over, because it was a decent pace, wasn't it? Lorente, the European champion, he just kept his foot on the gas. He had an uncanny knack of dragging Collins into his type of fight, but there was rounds there when he stuck to his boxing Barry. He's having so much success, wasn't he, with the cleaner shots.
You know what, Dan, we praised him for his tenacity and then sort of criticised him for it in this fight because it didn't work in the right way for him. He got engaged in a fight he didn't need to, but also I don't think I gave Lorente enough credit for his ability to drag you into his fight. That's why he's been so successful and European champion. I think he does that, you know, just so very well, and it's almost, you don't see how he does it. He just makes you fight his fight because you can't hurt him. But I thought Collins won the fight for me. I think he's a winner, clear enough. But he made it hard on the stretch, and Lorente certainly closed that gap. But it's a great, you know, at this European level, and what a great learning fight for him on his journey here.
That's absolutely right. It's just invaluable, the experience that Lorente brought to the ring, the way he came back in the second half. He just wouldn't be denied getting to that final bell, doing everything he can. Nathaniel Collins, the more skillful operator. For me, he's got it. For Darren, he's got it. For Barry, he's got it. For Carl, he's got it. But it will go down to the three judges from France, from Belgium, and from Italy. Is Nathaniel Collins the European champion? We wait patiently. CRISTOBAL Lorente will... I tell you what, we can't wait for this. Parker and Wardley, October the 25th, 3 weeks today, live from the O2, head-to-head. It's an all-or-nothing Jeopardy matchup to reach the top of the heavyweight division, albeit Alexander Usyk rules it for now. Fight it now at DAZN.com/boxing. We're getting great fight nights after great fight nights, and that was a really good main event. Competitive and fought at a high-octane pace till the last bell. We believe Nathaniel Collins is the new champion. To the judges.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Hughes Hellabout scores it 115 to 113 in favor of Nathaniel Collins.
Oh, we might have a split here.
Judge Eric Boutel scores it